I'm 60 Second Spidey, and I'm recapping mainline Spider-Man comics in timeline order. Here's part 20. Spider-Man saves a man from a burning building, unaware he was actually the Chameleon in disguise. Peter is informed the city finally realizes he's innocent in the passings of George Stacy and Norman Osborn, so he plans a press conference where he punches Chameleon as an old woman, which sends the crowd into a frenzy. After Spider-Man takes Chameleon down, the crowd is still uneasy until a speech from his #1 fan, Flash Thompson, convinces them all Spidey is a hero. Peter's friends surprise him with a new suit and bring him with them to the local disco, which is conveniently being robbed by the performer Hypno Hustler and his partners in crime. Using their hypnotizing music, Hypno Hustler tries to rob the patrons as well, but Peter resists, swapping to Spidey and fighting him off, eventually breaking his headphones so he's hypnotized by his own music before webbing up the whole group. The current leader of the Magia, Big M, is leading a robbery using a robotic bird as support, but the loud sounds of the machine draw in Spider-Man, who fights off the goons but is unable to stop the machine from opening the safe deposit room before transforming itself into an android man. Spidey is unable to stop the android from taking the money as he's blinded by Magia leader Masked Marauder. Magia leader Masked Marauder and his android have just blinded and defeated Spidey, so they flee with their stolen money, but not before Spider-Man sticks a tracer on them. Of course, the cops see him alone at the crime scene and send out an alert that he's wanted, so Daredevil goes looking for him and ends up saving him from a fall before realizing Spider-Man can no longer see. I guess he's the perfect guy to help, huh? Daredevil is helping the now blind Spider-Man, but Peter is angry at his situation and lashes out at him. A mysterious villain trashes Peter's apartment as a doctor tells him his eyesight may return. Despite his blindness, Spider-Man joins Daredevil as they track down the Magia leader Masked Marauder and his android, but Spidey is unable to dodge the robot as it knocks him out the window. At the last second, the blinded Spider-Man attached himself to the flying android, and using his spider sense, Peter is able to deactivate its bomb, as Daredevil easily takes down the Magia leader, since his blinding blasts are pretty useless on him. The two heroes reunite as Spider-Man's vision returns, but Peter later learns his apartment was trashed and is attacked by a new foe, Carrion. Peter has been ambushed by the new villain Carrion, who knocks out his friend Hector, then uses his levitation and force push powers to beat Peter up before fleeing. Later, Peter meets a student named Randy who's secretly working with Carrion. Randy, now called Darter, is sent to take on Peter's superhero friend White Tiger, giving Carrion time to 1v1 Spidey to get revenge for his role in the passings of Gwen Stacy and Miles Warren the Jackal. The villain Carrion and his lackey Darter are fighting Spider-Man and White Tiger, hoping to get revenge for the fate of the Jackal. Both heroes struggle in their fights, and Peter is knocked out by Carrion's Crimson Dust, then tied down in the villain's laboratory where it's revealed Carrion is actually the living clone of Miles Warren, the Jackal. Spidey is trapped by Carrion, who explains how Jackal cloned himself right before his final fight with Spidey, but something went wrong, giving the clone his creepy look and spooky powers. Instead of eliminating Peter a simple way, Carrion makes an amoeba clone of Spidey, but it absorbs the life of Carrion's lackey. White Tiger arrives to help out, as Peter thinks quickly and gets Spider-Amoeba to attack Carrion instead, with both of the monster's creatures going up in flames. While investigating why a neighborhood is under lockdown, Spidey is attacked by Captain America, who forces him to leave the area for his own good. Turns out, a kidnapped boy who also randomly has the plague is being kept here, but the kidnapper Electro has the upper hand until Spider-Man breaks the rules and helps out. Learning the boy has the plague, Electro blows up the nearby power station to give himself the power to combat the disease, but shockingly that doesn't go the way he planned. At least the child can be cured easily. Peter's on a river cruise with his friends when the boat is robbed by the Punisher villain Jigsaw, who takes Liz Allen and Harry Osborn hostage when Spider-Man tries to stop the robbery. Luckily for them, Spidey easily saves them, then chases Jigsaw down, who is so afraid of Spider-Man he gives himself up instantly. Loser. Jonah's son John is kidnapped by a mysterious group as a secret scientist plots revenge against Jonah. Peter continues his will they won't they relationship with the maybe not divorced Betty Brant, as the scientist sends a mummy after Jonah. Spider-Man tries to save the ungrateful Jonah as usual, but is shocked when the mummy is unmasked as Manwolf, Jonah's son. Jonah's been taken by his son, the Man-Wolf, who's being controlled by Spider-Slayer creator Spencer Smythe. Man-Wolf fights Spidey off all across the city before bringing his father to the top of a bridge. John is able to resist orders and turn human once again, but Spencer Smythe forces him to jump off the bridge, where he disappears in a flash of light. Thanks for watching part 20 of my Spider-Man timeline recap. Like, follow, and subscribe as I post daily shorts and long-form compilations.